I went down to the school district and I said, there's been a misunderstanding. I said, he's a really nice little kid. He just wants to come to school like everybody else.
We tried to enroll her in our neighborhood school, and the principal said, no, she can't come here. And they escorted me to the front door with my child. I pretty much got the idea that Nada was not welcome in the community.
And I said, well, he does have Down syndrome. We said, well, of course, they don't go to school. And that was my beginning of working on behalf of all children.
Our founders came from a place of being told that their children didn't belong to a place of having an impact literally on every zip code in the United States. They started their own schools. They authored Washington's Education for All Act, which used as the blueprint for national legislation. Today, Northwest Center pioneers inclusive programs and services for children and adults.
Northwest Center, I think, has been fantastic in inclusion because he's just another one of the kids, just may need a little more assistance in certain things.
They know Jacob beyond just the walker, the wheelchair. They know him as the boy who does all kinds of things.
IMPACT is the inclusion mentorship program for increasing access in childcare team. The idea is that our team will partner with other child cares and help them to be more inclusive by providing mentorship, training resources, support. There are as many as 22,000 children with special needs waiting for childcare in King County. If we build another school, we could serve 80 more. But if we partnered with some of the early learning centers in King County, we could reach 6,000 kids in just 3 years. The impact we could make for children and families is huge.
So Gavin was about 14 or 15 months, and he wasn't yet crawling, and he was at this daycare, and they said that if he's not walking at 18 months, that he wasn't able to stay.
My experiences prior to coming to Northwest Center were hard. With no forewarning, I got brought into the office with the director of the program and Owen's teacher, and they just told me that we were no longer welcome there and that we had to find someplace else to go. I just was heartbroken. It was such a blessing and such a lifting of a burden to know that this is a place where he could just really grow.
Having Maddie be a part of an inclusive environment with a mixed group of peers that both were typically developing and non, I think gave her many gifts in a way because it pushed her not to limit herself.
We had a nanny before we came here, but we really wanted her to interact with other kids in a childcare setting. We believe that it's a huge factor in development when she sees her peers, when she sees other kids.
When I would pick up Gavin from the original daycare, other children are crawling and walking, and he would often be by himself. Now, when I pick him up here, he's often playing with the other children, or they'd come to him, so I think it's much more inclusive.
They never once pulled him out. They never once made him feel like he needed to be isolated. If he had issues, they helped him work them out with his friends. Going into communities and educating providers to be able to do this anywhere, everybody should be inclusive. Everybody should be able to help any child in need.
I think that impact program is really going to be a huge relief for a lot of parents out there like us.
So when, at the time where you're getting the eviction notice, the daycare is telling you that he's going to be kicked out, and you wonder, what is a place for Gavin? Where would he fit? And it was really nice that there was somewhere for Gavin to go.
What is the biggest lesson you learned here?
Being nice to other people.
Being nice to other people.
Whoa.